It may seem hard to believe, but some FHS teachers may have sat exactly where you sit now. That's right, they were once FHS students.
I decided to come back to Friendswood. I went off to school to Texas Tech University and had a good time up there, but always thought that when I wanted to settle down and have a family, I wanted my kids to go to Friendswood High School.
I came back to Friendswood mostly because my husband's job required us to be here. I did not think that I was going to come back. I was actually pretty set on staying up in Austin.
I wouldn't teach anywhere else. So if I had to, if I was going to be a teacher, I knew I wanted to be back at Friendswood.
As students, they fill their time with different activities while at FHS.
I did do musical each year, which was fun. Did a little bit of choir and drama and stuff like that, and then interact.
I got involved with the musical and the drama club, became a thespian. That was a highlight for me as well.
MCS. And I also did a lot of theater and drama fall production. Spent a lot of hours up at the school after school doing that.
Mr. Griffon's former teacher has some stories to tell about him as a student.
Lots of those kids still had hours to make up or D halls to still serve. Shocker of shockers, Mr. Griffon had lots of D halls to make up.
One misunderstanding that we had when I was a student was, we were under the impression that, senior skip day was kind of an excused absence in our senior minds, and so we skipped a few days that we thought were excused, and the administration called our house, several of my friends, and our parents basically told them where we were, and so we had to spend some days in the summer painting the curbs for Dr. Kennedy.
I was coming into the room to start a final, and Mr. Griffon was hiding behind the door. And as I walked into the room, he jumped out from behind the door with a water gun and soaked me from head to toe.
Teachers now remember their school days differently than students do now.
Most kids didn't have cell phones at the time. We didn't have any of this technology with the smart boards or anything like that. It was pretty much just your standard computers.
I had a pager my freshman and sophomore year, so the most exciting thing was the pager's way of getting a text message was where you could turn the numbers into saying I love you and get those kind of text messages from your boyfriend at the time.
But then when you get older, you realize that Friendswood is actually a pretty good place to be. So when we decided to come back here, I was okay with it.
Much like today, back in those days, every day at Friendswood High School was just another great day in paradise.